The Reform UK leader is launching his party's contract with the British people ahead of the July 4 general election. Nigel Farage told reporters in Merthyr Tydfil, as he launched the Reform UK contract, that Angela Rayner and Penny Mordaunt seemed the same during recent televised debates ahead of the July 4 general election. "I was struck over the last couple of weeks," he said. "I've been involved in 2 7-way debates with party leaders and main representatives, one on the BBC, one on ITV, which descended, really, into a shouting match between Penny Mordaunt and Angela Rayner. And yet when you listen to they were arguing over, it seemed to me the more they argued the more they seemed the same." Reform has chosen to title its election document "Our Contract with You," with the leader having previously stated the party believes people associate the term manifesto with lies. The contract was launched in a rundown community centre in Rayner in South Wales, as the party sought to drive home exactly what happens to a country when Labour is in charge. In the foreword, Mr Farage says, "The Tories have broken Britain. Labour will bankrupt Britain. A vote for either is a vote for more dishonesty and defeat." He adds, "Once and for all, we will take back control over our borders, our money and our laws." Reform claims it would stop the boats in its first 100 days with a 4-point plan that would involve leaving the European Convention on Human Rights, ECHR, with 0 illegal immigrants being resettled in the UK, a new government department for immigration, and migrants crossing the Channel in small boats being returned to France. The remaining 3 core pledges ask voters to imagine no NHS waiting lists, imagine good wages for a hard day's work and imagine affordable, stable energy bills. A raft of tax cuts are also promised, including raising the minimum threshold of income tax to £20,000 a year, abolishing stamp duty, and abolishing inheritance tax for all estates under £2 million. Reform plans to fund these tax cuts by raising £40 billion from reducing the interest paid on Bank of England reserves, but the Institute for Fiscal Studies, IFS, has said such a measure is unlikely to raise even half of that sum. On health, Reform wants to create an NHS voucher scheme for private treatment if people cannot get seen by a GP within 3 days, and to hold a public inquiry into excess deaths and vaccine harms from the COVID vaccine. Further measures include ditching all net zero policies, ending woke policing, and legislating for comprehensive free speech that promises no more debanking, cancel culture, left-wing hate mobs or political bias in public institutions, as well as stopping Sharia law being used in the UK.